Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the career multimedia artist known as Faux, also known as Photon Tide. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at the artistic influences of psychedelics. We're also going to explore the American holiday known as 4th of July or Independence Day. So let's jump right into it. So at first sight, we're struck by these brilliant flares far beyond frame. It appears as if all these different families have gathered to just witness such sights of greatness. Of course, notice our perspective within the work at hand, right? We appear to be standing within and behind two other subjects, both of which are defined by quite the minimal silhouettes. You may also notice how texture is conveyed within the work at hand, right? Of course, we have fireworks far within frame. That's where we get a lot of that texture, but there is, say, the smoke, the rough, and the roiling within this composition, all of which give us this incredible sense of energy. I think that's really important here. You may also notice, of course, most of the colors are rather mute. Most of it is going to be within the composition near those fireworks, right? This offers what we call iridescence, which gives this ethereal charm, and I feel like we certainly see that here. You may also notice how the countless curves within this composition give a sense of implied motion, right? This, of course, just like texture and even color as well, primarily come from those fireworks. So that sense of implied motion, it's almost as if there's a simple still shot, right in the midst of the action here. But regardless, I wanted to ask you guys, how do y'all feel when you view this piece? The setting of the scene is quite interesting to consider. On 4th of July, all these different families gather during a hot summer night, typically on the beach or some type of waterfront, and of course, they witness this amazing sight before us here. They gather in collective celebration of Independence Day, and each passing of July 4th marks yet another celebration of Independence Day. Of course, people normally gather outside, of course, the hot summer nights and typically eat grilled foods such as hot dogs or hamburgers. That is a true American classic during the summer. And Independence Day is a pretty interesting holiday, right? Of course, that is July 4th. That is when the Second Continental Congress ratified the Declaration of Independence and officially announced, of course, their independence. They are declaring their independence from the British colonies, and thus the start of America itself. This is typically celebrated, like I said, with foods such as hamburgers and hot dogs, but also fireworks as well. The most popular symbol of 4th of July certainly are those fireworks. These are typically shot off in sheer abundance, and of course, everyone gathers to witness this incredible sight here. And our perspective is pretty interesting to consider. Like I said in the beginning, like the title suggests, our subject has just taken lysergic acid diethylamide. LSD is a popular psychedelic substance which really found its rise during the countercultural movement of the 1960s, right? That's why it's associated with the hippies. But today, it still stands with extreme popularity, especially in the world of psychedelics, of course, next to mushrooms as well. And the concept of something being trippy may be quite strange to the sober mind, right? Psychedelic substances hold immense power to induce vivid distortions and even hallucinations as well. I just wanted to ask you guys, what do y'all see when you view this piece, or how do you feel when you view this piece? Whenever I talked to the original artist, I was looking at the original post on Twitter. The artist was talking about how they'll never forget that night. So perhaps they're with family or even their potential lover. It's hard to say exactly what's going on here, but despite this, it is extremely trippy and psychedelic. We certainly feel that here. The work before us appears to be a photograph with some additional edits, whether that's Photoshop or otherwise, I could not confirm, but at the very least, this appears to be a photograph. So really hope y'all enjoyed today. I didn't bring any of the artist's additional works. Their portfolio ranges quite wildly. So there's a bunch of different works, and like I said, really a multimedia artist, so working in multiple different mediums. Really hope y'all enjoyed today. We talked about so many different things, from the artistic influences of psychedelics, the symbolism of Independence Day, the sense of motion, the sense of energy, texture, and color within the composition. So many different things we hit on today. I truly hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist Faux, also known as Photon Tide, doing some amazing stuff in a multitude of different mediums. So, like I said, if y'all enjoyed, go check out the original artist. My name's Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.